Hey everybody, welcome to Stumpt. This is Ash, joined by Jazz and Bryce.
Hello!
And today we're playing Plague Inc. This is originally a mobile game that is now on PC, and the PC version has a lot more modes, a lot more different viruses and plagues and stuff that you can kill everyone with. So that's what we're going to do.
So that's the goal. You kill all the people.
Yeah.
It's kind of depressing, actually, when you think about it.
It is.
Kill the entire world, with a virus? It's really depressing.
I mean, I've been kind of playing this game a whole bunch. I've unlocked like 8 out of 10 of the different plagues.
Every time I log into Steam, Ash is playing Plague Inc.
I've been playing a lot.
At least it's not Trackmania anymore.
I've broken that habit.
Oh, man.
But anyway, so yeah, this game can be kind of depressing, but we're going to try and make it kind of fun. So we're going to focus on a virus that will cause some major gastrointestinal problems.
So not a virus then, a fungus, right?
Fungus is what we're going to use for that.
Okay.
That will cause people to fart. That's the theme of this one. Anyway.
Sir, would you please use a more appropriate term?
The more technical term.
My mistake. We call it Gary here at Stumpt. People Gary a whole lot.
Everybody Gary's.
So that's what our play's going to do. Is going to make people Gary. So fungus is a great one for that, because the only way that funguses can spread is by having a big fungal spore burst where the Gary spreads out in a big burst like that. So we're going to go for fungus.
This is horrifying.
We need to insert some genes here. We're going to get some bonus DNA at the beginning.
Okay.
We're going to make our plague harder to cure. That sounds good.
Okay. That's the only one you get, which is spread by land. Okay.
By land. Let's see. We can have it more susceptible in arid or humid or rural.
I feel like a lot of people in rural environments, especially soccer moms, I could see them Garying a lot.
I think humid sounds like a nice wet Gary.
Oh.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
You just called it.
Yeah. And then, some bonus DNA when devolving. Because sometimes this fungus...
The Gary can be unpredictable?
Yes, the Gary can be very unpredictable. It can mutate the Gary, and you'll get some symptoms that you don't want.
Oh, it's called Gary. All right. You're a new fungus. Oh, man.
All right.
Such a country. So we want a wet, humid environment, right?
Oh,
we do.
God.
So, and you want a wet, humid environment that is a huge population and has like an airport and a seaport in it, so that the Gary can spread around.
Well,
but really, with a fungus, that's not super important because it's going to spread by spore. But still, it's nice to have the airport and the seaport for that.
Yeah, I mean, India's pretty humid.
I think
it's very highly densely populated.
India and Brazil are the main suspects, but
it's not as humid, but yeah.
India has a much larger population, so I think India is probably the right one to pop a Gary.
Gary's infected with fused human. We can use to hot temperatures. It must evolve using DNA points to infect more people.
Ugh.
Oh, the first person has
90% of what you hear from me is just going to be just ugh. Ugh.
All right. So.
Don't act like you're too good for Gary's.
Okay. So.
Hold on. That sounded like a Gary. When you clicked that, it sounded like a Gary.
Those little pop-ups, let's wait for another one.
Yeah.
Squeaky Gary.
A Manditarius plot foiled because of Gary.
Oh, man.
Okay.
God.
So, we've now got some DNA points, so we can evolve our Gary.
So, wait, what's the overview?
Huh? Oh, overview? This sort of shows you just how simple it is, how many deaths it's had, what its severity and lethality and infectivity is.
So that's the overall overview of the Gary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So transmission is basically how it moves?
So yeah, transmission's what you want to focus on first. Just like basic rule of thumb, you want to focus on symptoms last, because when you start having symptoms, then people start noticing your Gary. When people start noticing your plague.
So what you're saying is that right now what we're trying to do is to get everyone Garying, but in a way where no one else notices.
Exactly.
Like maybe they're like...
It's like a fart... It's like... Oh, excuse me. It's like a Gary in an elevator. You want to have it, but you don't want to be the one that,
But it's not even a Gary in an elevator, because a Gary in an elevator, you go like, okay, I know there was a Gary, I don't know who did it. But what you want right now, hold on, what you want right now is people to be like, is that a Gary? Or is that maybe some freshly baked bread?
No, that's right. It's kind of like...
Does yours smell like freshly baked bread?
Maybe there's a brewery nearby?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah. fresh brew some odd tea? I don't know.
Anyway, so you want to do symptoms last because then people won't notice until it's too late and they're surrounded by the Gary.
Okay.
It's like a Dutch oven.
Abilities allow like hardening to certain environments, like cold and hot, and it allows some drug resistance and make it harder to cure. And for spore in particular, for fungus in particular, it allows it to spread in a big burst, which is perfect for Gary.
God.
Because there's nothing better than a big
Bursting Gary, yeah,
big
obviously.
bursting Gary.
A big bursting.
You really want to
hot,
just
humid
rip
Gary.
the Gary as hard as you can. Anyway, so we're going to start our spread by the way that makes the most sense, air.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because when one person Garys and someone else smells it,
Yeah, it spreads in the air. That means
it's kind of like, it's kind of like yawning. You know how people yawn when someone else yawns? Maybe someone's been holding it in for so long, and when someone else Gary'd, they could blame the first person
Yeah,
for
they're
doing
like,
it.
oh, finally.
Finally, someone
Excuse
Gary'd.
Gary.
Now I can do it very quiet and sneakily in and blame it on the first person. Because that's what happens in offices. It's very quiet in an office.
If you work in Jasmine's office, now
Which is
you know.
3 people.
Now you know that as soon as you Gary,
I will
she's
Gary.
gonna release a crazy Gary and blame it back on you.
And there's 3 people in my office, so
Talking to you, Linda. Do you work with
Linda.
someone named Linda?
no.
Ah, damn. I thought that'd be.
I work with Bobby
Okay.
and Natalie.
All right, Bobby and Natalie.
Shout-outs to both of
What's
you.
up? Yeah.
Shout out to it. Yeah.
Shout outs to you. Look
Okay.
forward to
Do you
Garys.
Gary when you teach?
Jasmine.
Never. No.
Never.
Let's try to focus on the Gary in the game, all right? Okay. So we're now at a point where we can decide if we want to go for some cold resistance or if we want to spread it to like livestock. Livestock like to Gary.
I mean, livestock Gary a lot.
Yeah, one of the biggest contributors to like carbon dioxide in the air, from what
Yeah.
I understand, greenhouse gases.
Yeah.
Is a Gary.
Cow Garys.
Cow Garys.
And I mean, I imagine there's lots of cows in India. They Gary all the time.
Do you know what?
No.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not for livestock purposes, but just like.
Just in general.
Yeah, there could be. Yeah.
Anyway, so as you can see, as we spread, we're earning like a whole bunch of more disease points.
Oh yeah, we got 18 now.
Yep. So let's start making us a bit more heat resistance. Gotta get some hot Garys.
Well, because if you
At least
if
in
you let out a
96
hot Gary, it's gonna be okay in the hot air,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, at least at 96 degrees. I mean, if you're running above that, then you're probably in the hospital.
Which they're
don't know.
gonna. That's the whole point of the game, Jasmine.
Is to get
That's
in the
true. We want
hospital.
hotter Garys. We want extra hot Garys.
Top-notch mine opens up in Sweden. Huh?
Miners and crafters to the opening of a new top-notch diamond mine, which
get
is
it?
expected to revitalize the Swedish
You
economy.
get it? You get it?
Ah.
Notch mine.
Ah. Oh, I just got it now.
Okay. Come on. Let's
Man, look at that.
Speed it up.
That's spreading like crazy.
Okay, so
He's mutated.
now we're getting a random symptom, which we don't want. So I'm gonna
Anemia.
immediately pause the game. And
What's anemia cause?
anemia?
That's an iron deficiency, right?
I'm not sure. Hemoglobin.
Decrease in red blood cells or hemoglobin in the blood can lead to
Yeah.
hypoxia in the organ.
So we're gonna devolve it.
No, we don't want that.
Yeah, I
Garys
think-
don't cause that.
I think
at
if
all.
No,
you're
yeah.
anemic, you bleed more.
Because we
Like,
want to
you can't
focus on
form a
the
clot.
gastrointestinal tract. So
Yes.
that's what we're gonna
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait until we spread out a whole bunch more.
If your Garys are affecting your blood, go see your doctor today, because that is not right.
There we go. We're spreading like crazy.
Whoa! There's been a surge in Garys in India. Look at how many infected we have!
Okay.
Holy crap!
We're gonna spread to water because sometimes you can drink something that'll cause your stomach to have some problems.
Oh man.
Are you saying that when you Gary, it actually infects the water?
No, I'm saying that sometimes you can drink something that'll cause you to carry.
Like
Oh,
milk,
okay.
like for me?
Yeah, like for milk. Exactly. Especially since we got livestock infected, you're drinking
Yeah,
some
that's true.
bad Gary milk.
Oh. Oh god, I heard the sound. Oh, it's spreading.
Okay, so now because funguses have a hard time spreading, just like we need to have a big burst of Gary.
Oh god.
So bam.
To infect a new country. Yep, there goes. Oh man, that was a long spreading Gary. It went from India to what is that?
What is that?
Oh god,
Finland. We're sorry, Finland. You're a little bit stinky now.
Just a little.
Just a little bit stinky.
Yeah.
Let's do it one more time. Oh, let's get some cold resistance as well, and let's rip another Gary.
Oh man. That's a big bursting Gary.
Did you guys ever watch Mystery Men?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you remember like Paul Rubin?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had like a deadly aim with his Garys. You pull his finger and it would travel like 20 feet across the room and kill somebody.
Gross. Gross, Jazz.
That's what just happened to Finland.
You've been ruined by a Gary. Oh,
President
man.
accused of miming.
Whoa! All right, so now
Now
Pakistan.
Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia, Pakistan.
Yeah, Pakistan.
Fully spread. Okay.
Oh
Sweet.
man.
Oh,
Oof.
more Garys.
You know how there's like the Fertile Crescent?
It's a fertile
We're
Gary.
gonna call that the Gary Crescent right
Okay,
there.
and we're gonna make sure that people, that are trying to take some lactate or some what is it, some Beano? Yeah.
Beano.
It's no longer effective.
No longer effective.
Oh man.
Beano is like eating chalk.
Oh man.
I have taken
Okay.
Beano and it tastes like chalk.
Gross.
So we're gonna devolve that.
Is that like zinc or something?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Beans.
All I know is that, I take lactate pills and Beano sometimes and it doesn't work. And this is probably the reason why.
Because it was Gary all along.
It was Gary all along.
Yeah.
So we have a huge portion of the world infected, but it's all condensed.
It is, and
It's
that's part of the problem with funguses. You really have to
okay.
keep popping them.
So the Gary is really self-contained.
It is. But don't worry.
Okay.
Well,
gonna
once it
think
starts
it'll get there?
traveling by plane, it'll go to the Americas.
What's with these there's like little spots all around Southeast Asia over there.
Oh, that's China. That's what you see when it
those little
starts
tiny
infecting.
spots? Yeah, that's an actual
There's an island chain or something?
No, it's a ship.
Yeah, that's a ship that carried it.
Oh, gotcha.
It's taking it to China. And eventually it'll take it to America.
Oh, whoa! Where did it hit? Is that Germany? Is that Belgium?
Oh, here?
Yeah.
That's Poland.
Oh, man.
All those Polish sausages and whatnot, they give them the
They'll
Garys.
give you the Garys.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's a spicy mustard.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Okay. Do we need more... I'm wondering if we need more resistances, maybe?
Maybe we need some more cold resist.
You know?
Oh, we need some more points for that, though.
Yeah. That Gary needs to carry, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so we'll save up 4 more points for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, look at all those ships, all those planes going around. Mm-hmm. And every one of those carries someone.
Who's got a little bit of Gary.
Yeah.
Oh, Finland's really getting it now.
Sorry, guys.
So sorry. It was silent but deadly.
Not deadly yet, but it will be.
It looks pretty deadly already.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It's gonna be this is the long game. This is the way you play the game safely by not having any symptoms yet.
Gotcha.
It can be boring at first, but really,
No one notices these Garys.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 22. Is that enough?
no, yeah, for sure, that's enough. Cold resist.
Okay, so now we get to colder climates, so maybe we'll get some Garys in Iceland. Oh, we've
it's
crossed
happening
over to America.
Yep, looks like a plane crossed it over.
Welcome home, Gary.
I mean, there's lots of really gassy.
Okay.
Oh my God, you guys! There's a place called Gary, Indiana.
Did it start there? I hope so. Is that Indiana right there? That big red dot?
It could be.
On the
that is
right?
kind of around
That's
where
not where
Indiana.
Indiana is. Oh, the epicenter
It's
of the
the home
American
of the
Gary
Gary.
epidemic.
Okay, we're gonna go for some more livestock.
Oh man, we got a lot of those here. Oh gosh, Russia! Holy crap!
Russia's dying with Gary.
I mean, holy Gary.
Man, it must smell like one giant fart in that
Wow.
entire region.
Not yet.
Wow.
Excuse me, one giant Gary.
You know what though? It's like you probably get used to it. It's like, have you ever gone through a town that has like a paper mill or something?
Oh yeah.
And it's like you get there and you go like, this is the grossest place I've ever been. And you're like, oh, there are people who live here.
Yeah.
They're probably used to it.
Paper mills smell so disgusting.
That's because they're run on Garys.
God, they smell so gross.
They burn Garys, and that's
I
how they
would
get
go
their
to the
power.
river. We'd go to the river, and we
So,
have to pass the paper mill.
hold up. I just like to say
time.
that our Gary
God.
is about to pass through all types of air and water filters.
This is disgusting.
Especially in plane and ship transmission.
Oh man.
Bam.
Can't filter out the Gary, alright?
No.
For a while, people were wearing like masks to
Okay.
try and prevent Gary from
What
getting
happened to
them.
Gary? Gary
It caused insomnia? Oh, I wonder, maybe because it smells like a wicked Gary.
Because
Like, I
when
can't
you're
sleep
sleeping.
because my room smells like a Gary. and I don't know where it came from.
Maybe it's like I can't sleep because I keep gearing too much.
You startle yourself awake.
What the hell is it? It's like a dog that garries in its sleep, and it wakes up and it's like, what the hell was that?
Okay, we need to spread even more, so I'm not sure.
Do birds garry? Or do rats garry? I imagine rats garry.
I imagine they both... they probably both garry. I mean, they definitely...
Well, I mean, birds have a completely different digestive
Right, but they both got guts. And if you got guts, you got butts. And whatever comes out of that thing is related to Gary.
Do you imagine birds garry?
I'm going to go for rodents.
A little boost. They get like a little turbo boost.
It's like...
trying to get off the ground. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that how they get off the ground?
Yeah, that's how they do it.
It's like a burst of Gary.
Yeah, haven't you ever noticed they kind of get that little like lift right at the beginning?
I've watched ducks fly and land. I just wonder if it's a little Gary that's helping them along.
Oh, that's true. If you've ever been to like a big duck farm or something, it stinks. It stinks like a Gary.
Well, ducks stink in general.
Yeah.
They're amazing animals. I will say that, and I would love to have a duck. But they're very gross and stinky.
You know, I've heard that they're very loyal. I was reading this thing saying that like they live like 30 years, and if you get a domesticated duck, that thing's gonna love you forever.
And I will eat its eggs.
Yeah.
I will eat its eggs.
They
forever.
imprint at birth.
That's what it is. Yeah, they imprint.
Yeah.
But not to get off topic, because we're talking about something that's not Gary. Did you just explode more Gary spores?
I did. I'm popping a whole bunch of
Oh,
Garys.
jeez. Look, oh, goodness. Look at all those Garys.
Japan
Look at this.
has not garried yet.
No, they just
Okay.
did, didn't they? Wasn't
So-
that one little Gary there?
I mean, that's a little bit of Gary,
Japan's
but they're
been-
very
In fact,
modest
let's
countries.
look. Hold on. Gary has spread to everywhere except the Caribbean, Iceland, and New Zealand.
Okay, so we need to focus on those zones. So,
There's one.
the Caribbean's hot.
Has Canada gotten
That's true. We haven't gotten
We
hot.
haven't gotten second level heat.
So we need we need a lot more
31
points.
DNA.
And we're at the point now where we want to maybe start focusing on symptoms.
Oh man, look at that.
I feel like we should get those last countries.
Here's the guys, think about this. This has gotten to the point where so many people in the world are used to the smell of a Gary that like they don't remember what the world was like before it. Like you go to the Caribbean and you're like, what is this beautiful smell? And it's like, no. It's not that they have a beautiful smell. It's they just don't smell like a wicked Gary.
Okay, so no, Caribbean smells like a Gary now. Iceland and New Zealand both smell beautiful.
Those would be really hard because they're very isolated
No,
countries.
But they're
Very isolated.
no one's airports or docks have been shut down yet, so they should still have the chance of getting it.
What about Canada? Oh God!
Whoa!
Greenland!
No, Canada's getting it. They're just
I
getting
mean,
it
really,
slowly.
Jazz, I think you're onto something here with like as soon as someone smells a Gary, they're like, it's free time.
Yeah.
It's like everybody
No, it's
let
true.
go.
Everybody's being really modest until the first person does it, and then everybody does it.
Okay,
Like, oh, you Gary?
You know
All
what?
right, I'm down.
we're gonna pop one more.
One last sport.
And
Okay,
hope
okay.
that it spreads.
Okay, and we're at 31, so in a second, that's right.
Oh,
Yep.
there's New Zealand.
Diarrhea, and we'll be able to cure diseases with diarrhea more easily. Well, that could make Gary difficult, but...
We're still gonna rush it because we're everywhere.
Okay, so hold on a second. So we've got 32 now.
We
right?
got
Isn't that
30
enough to get the next thing that we wanted in the heat resistance?
We don't care about heat resistance anymore because the only place left is Iceland.
Is it only Iceland? Can
So
we get New Zealand?
we could go for a Gary eruption,
Oh gosh.
Oh my God.
Oh.
and I
dear.
think that will definitely cause Gary to get to Iceland.
Okay, let's see it. They do rest on a giant volcano.
There it is.
There we go.
Okay,
Oh, man.
now let's
So
start
we just
focusing.
erupted Gary everywhere.
Oh, what happened in New Zealand? Festival of Love in New Zealand.
Okay.
Gary's mutated and developed a coughing system.
You know, I might just leave that.
So when I imagine when people Gary, you're gonna start coughing a little bit. You're
No.
just be like, oh God.
So while
Because
they
but I want to leave it because eventually they're going to snart. We're going to have we're going to have sneezing and Gary happen at the same time. But let's start focusing on symptoms because we are everywhere. So I've got the game paused. Let's just make sure we're in a good spot. We are infected everyone except for 37 million people, and they're about to get
Wow.
infected. It's really just Canada's that's the last holdout, and
Those Canadians, they're so polite.
we don't need to
no,
focus
Iceland's
anymore.
very polite. They're
Iceland
holding
is
it
also
in.
very polite, but
They're holding it in.
We don't need to focus anymore on transmission. We might
want resistance.
We might want
also
some resistance.
We want to start ramping up our symptoms.
But we really want to start ramping it up.
It's
So
that gastrointestinal.
Oh, wait, an irritated stomach lining leads to discomfort. Slight chance of infection when kissing.
What?
So when you kiss somebody, there's a chance you might carry.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Bryce, have you and Sarah Gary when you kiss?
Oh no.
Jasmine, we're gonna have an expulsion of material with vomiting.
Oh,
Okay,
Gary.
diarrhea.
Oh.
Let's see, diarrhea, and then
A complete
dysentery.
breakdown.
A complete
Oh.
breakdown in the digestive system.
Okay, so we're gonna save it for that.
Oh.
So,
Candace.
can we get sneezing yet? Yes.
Snarting.
There we go.
Excuse me, snarying.
Oh, in a normal checkup. Oh,
First
death
death.
from Gary.
oh,
So now
Gary.
people are going to start really focusing on curing Gary
Gotcha.
because it's causing deaths. Normally, once the first symptom happens, even if it's just like insomnia or something,
Yeah.
they'll start working on the cure, but they won't really take it seriously. But yeah, now that we're killing people,
150,000 people died.
yep,
Wow.
Now it's almost to 2,000 people. 200,000, excuse me.
that's not killing very fast though.
No, but it'll get there.
It's gonna get there.
The entire world is infected with Gary.
It is.
everybody
I hope
Garys.
it starts killing faster.
So you can get some more.
So we can get some more points before
yeah.
they cure it, because that's the major concern.
Yeah.
Gary has placed.
On the WHO watch list, pop blue bubbles
France.
destroy research.
Yep.
Okay, so we got a few more DNA
So what does that
points.
mean when you hit those blue glasses?
It slows down the cure a little bit.
A little bit, because when
Gotta
something
say-
Gary's
It's not looking great so far. Oop, here we go.
coughing and vomiting are causing the infected to projectile vomit, increasing the infected.
Infectivity.
Gary.
Well, it's already super infective. Everyone's got it.
Everyone's got it.
We need
There are
them to
no.
die from it.
There is no one left on Earth that's not
last
Gary.
person on planet recently became infected with
Wow,
Gary.
this is just the way that people work now.
It's because everybody Gary's.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes, that's good.
Gary-
Immune suppression
Indeed.
says okay.
Because that slows down the cure a little bit.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Wow.
we got 7 million dead. That's
Hella
still
Garys.
not killing super quick
12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's getting
Whoa! People in USA are
yet. Man,
angry.
people are just sick of Garying so much that they are just going nuts.
Well, you know how you can like light a fart on fire?
That's what's happening. It's
That's
like
what's
the
happening.
Well, it's like well, I don't want to be mean. I'm not gonna say it.
Cure is starting to slow down. That's
I'm just
good.
saying that they shouldn't be playing with fire because if there's that much Garying going around, you could cause a chain reaction.
How much do I need? I need a lot for that. I need a lot for that.
I mean, do you want to just go for like milder symptoms?
Nah, because you really want one of these high tier ones to start killing people
Gotcha.
faster.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just wait and see.
Let's just wait it out.
33, 34,
See what
35,
happens.
36, 37. I mean, it's going pretty quickly now, I would say. I mean,
But we could possibly afford. I need 18 for that.
okay.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Cause Gary, Gary might get snuffed out.
You know,
Who knows?
if it doesn't, it might get sniffed out. If it doesn't kill everyone, at least we got everybody doing it. Because that's the first step towards acceptance. All right?
Global man, they are not accepting Gary.
Uh-oh.
Colombia is prioritizing research. China starts exterminating all
All right, we're at
rodents.
10. Is there anything else that we can do with 10? Or we need 18 to like reduce the cure effectiveness
You
or
need
something?
you need 18 for that. Symptoms, we could get a few. I mean, we can get these low tier ones, but
It's not the same.
it's not.
It's not the same at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should just go with the high tier.
yeah, but
All or nothing. All or nothing.
Go big or go home.
I'm just not sure we're gonna really have.
23. We can maybe get there.
We could maybe
For
get to
dysentery,
23
yeah.
before the cure. Cause see, the cure is gonna happen in November 2017.
What time is it now? Oh.
It's April.
Pneumonia, sweet. Where's that leave us? How many points? We still need 32 points for that.
Total organ failure.
Yeah.
Let's just imagine the kind of Gary that would cause your
Total-
kidneys, your lungs.
We'll see. It could randomly
liver.
mutate. If we're really lucky, we might get swine flu combo.
They're looking into cures for swine flu. The cure will take longer. Nice. They thought it was the pigs, but it was them.
It was their own butts.
Man, every time I go over here with these pigs, it smells funny.
12. All right.
We're getting there.
How's it going, guys?
Come on, Gary.
Come on, Gary.
on, Gary. Oh. Nope. Nothing.
Stop it.
Nothing.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Every time you break a glass, a Gary gets its wings.
Oh man, I'm not sure that Gary's gonna.
It's dangerous, certainly. All right, 13.
Yeah, they're about to be at 75.
We did a really good job. We affected
Yeah.
the entire world. But after that, it's kind of like,
Yeah, guys, I think they're gonna get some air fresheners.
No!
Gary.
We caused billions of dollars of damage in France from Gary's.
Gary.
Pretty impressive. The Eiffel Tower fell down
Because of Gary.
because of the wind power created by 150,000 dead Garys.
So.
No, we still can't do it.
What are those ones in the middle with lungs?
These ones?
Pulmonary fibrosis, scarring of the lungs, and then what's that one? Pulmonary edema, potentially fatal heart abnormality.
Because you fart so hard or you Gary so hard,
You have a
like,
little heart attack.
have a little shock. I might as well. This one's a little bit more severe.
Alright, let's try it. We got nothing else to do.
Got nothing else. World.
They're culling livestock. Wow.
Gary's almost done.
Deployment will begin shortly. Oh, so once they get the cure, it's still not enough?
It's still not enough. They start curing it, but it's gonna start being pretty quick. So guys, I think Gary's gonna get snuffed out.
Well, let's see. Oh, wow. Wow!
Yep.
That spreads like crazy.
Dash, you lived your life like a Gary in the wind.
I did.
Oh, man. Alright, well, there it goes.
But your legend never died.
No.
They'll never forget the Gary that killed 200 million people.
Yeah, that Gary was pretty severe.
I think that's worse than the Spanish flu.
All right, everyone. Gary's been eradicated.
Ah.
Sad.
Sad day.
Probably should have been bacteria instead of a fungus.
Whatever. I mean, fungus mates. Anyway, this has been our look at Plague Inc. I hope you guys liked it. If you liked it, give us a like, give us a favorite. Be sure to subscribe. This has been Stumpt. I've been Ash, joined by Jazz and Price, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Later.
Bye.